Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Sarah. This is No BS Beauty. So a different type of video for today. More of an awareness video than anything else. But anyway, watch this video and you'll learn a few new things, hopefully. And subscribe to my newsletter. Always let me hear your thoughts and comments about it. But I wanted to let you guys know that almost everything you see anywhere is an ad. Even as far as just people's shirts, clothes, shoes, everything is an ad. And a lot of things that aren't ads are disguised in a way that it is an ad. You know what I mean? So it's not really an ad, but it's a post, and it might discuss a company, a brand, something like that. So even Reddit in the last year or so has allowed posts that look like genuine comments and genuine posts are secretly ads in disguise. So sites like Reddit, you can't fully trust. There's actually been brands there's an Asian beauty subreddit. It's got over 3 million subscribers. It's huge, probably in the top 1% of Reddit subreddits. They have had to impose rules because there's been so many ads. And in fact, these are a few brands that are actually banned from being discussed at all on this specific subreddit. Most of you have heard of a lot of these brands. Anua. Apparently, there's a post on this subreddit, rules, or the wiki rules. We do not want to do sponsored ads. Please don't sponsor posts. Please don't give people your products and tell them to post here. And a few of these brands were so egregious that they said, we can't discuss this brand at all because we can't control them. We can't control how much free products they're sending out. So Anua is one of them. Another one, Tier. They've really annoyed me actually for more than just this, but handing out free Chanel purses to influencers. Is that a sponsored post then? Anytime they talk about the brand? Yes. And do people know that? No. There's a lot of influencers who got Chanel bags purchased by this brand. I don't know who they all are. Well, you probably don't know who they all are. They know who they are, and they're going to post a lot about Tier, and it's all going to be good, and people won't know because they don't necessarily have to, or they have to disclose it, but do they all disclose it? No. And does anyone investigate them? Not really. Has anyone been really in trouble for doing this? Not really. Sunday Riley got in trouble for having her employees post reviews, fake reviews. But how can you control and influence when this brand is not necessarily giving just free products, but money, free stuff, free luxury handbags? How can you trust any product or anybody that talks about them? I don't know. And I don't know how the FTC would ever find out in the U.S. I don't know if Korea has rules about this. I have no idea. The YouTube is governed out of the U.S., I would assume. It's a Google brand. So, yeah. So, anyway, so that brand, a couple other ones. Go Sally, I've never heard of them. Glam Up, Lotus Botanicals, never heard of them. Metacube, this one is also banned for continuing to offer sponsored videos. Moki Skin, Nana Hospital, Spigen Beauty World, and V Green are all banned from being discussed at all because they've been so egregious in their marketing. Moderators thought, you know what, it's better just to not talk about them at all because somehow their brand will keep sneaking in. It's easy to make a Reddit account. I mean, one email you can probably, I don't know how many Reddit accounts you can create, but you can probably create dozens of them. So anyway, so Metacube is another one of them. There's actually, interesting, there's a subreddit called 30 Plus Skincare, and it's kind of interesting. So this was probably, 7 months ago? They posted on their forum, the moderator of this subreddit, which also has a lot of subscribers or people that follow it, and they posted a post of an email from, it looked like Omnilux, which is a red light mask. It looked like it was Omnilux saying, hey, I love this Reddit thread, blah, 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 blah. You know, as the moderator, can you please have this post removed, which was a post, I'm assuming negative, saying negative things about Omnilux. And it said, if you remove this post, we'll give you $750 right up front. And the moderator posted this to the subreddit, right? So it makes it look like Omnilux is a pretty scummy brand. They're offering money to remove content they don't like? Correct. Okay. Interesting. So I go down the comments thread pretty far down, and then it turns into a lot of people mentioning other red light brands. Hooga, over and over again. Hooga's the one to go. Hooga. You gotta love Hooga. Hooga has the best red light. Hooga really disappeared, made my wrinkles disappear. So is this comment, or was this post really about the red light therapy brand? Or was it made by somebody opposing them so they could then get their name into the comments saying, oh, well, don't trust this brand. They're paying a moderator, but trust Hooga. You know what I mean? So it's like, who do you even trust at that point? None of them. That's where I get to. None of them. None of them are real content. It's interesting. So that was really an interesting eye-opener because I'd read that post when it was initially posted, and now coming back to it yesterday, months after it was posted, and seeing the comments, it makes me think it wasn't even Omnilux, it was somebody else. Who knows? We don't know. You don't really have to have any information to really make a Reddit post or post anything. So just get used to that. Reddit, YouTube, Instagram, Ulta, Sephora, news sites, TikTok, haul videos, Nextdoor app. It's all ads. You just have to assume that. Almost everything's an ad. The Allure Best in Beauty list, that's an ad. It's a sponsored post. They've got links to every winner. And is there any surprise that suddenly Ultraviolet, with their sunscreen being under investigation for having an SPF of 4, wins for one of the best sunscreens? What the heck? I mean, they're being paid big time. And maybe they put that list together months before, but do some due diligence at least before you post something that people will trust. There's also a lot of brands on the 30 plus skincare subreddit that people notice get mentioned a lot, including Omnilux, Gold Bond, and Medicube. Again, Medicube. So that's another interesting one. Here's something that was interesting. So Drunk Elephant released a new product. Drunk Elephant sales are massively dropping. I think 10% in the last year. They had to fire a bunch of people. I think 100 employees. So this new product comes out. I did a first impressions review of it. I wasn't impressed with it. So I looked up this product on Sephora's site. It has 201 reviews. It has 5 full stars. And if you click on verified purchases, out of 201 reviews, only 2 were verified. 1 I'm kind of doubting was actually real. And the other one was somebody that didn't like it. So 201 product, 199 5-star reviews, and perhaps 1.5 real reviews out of 201. What is that? That's like 0.25%, 0.025%. That's not a lot of real reviews. You can't trust anything from Sephora. A lot of brands will go in and delete reviews if they're negative about the product. I've seen that posted a gazillion times. Don't trust whatever. Sunday Riley, because I posted this negative review and I tried to post it 3 times under 3 different logins, and every time it got deleted. But here's my post. Here's my thoughts on it. It sucks. So a lot of brands cheat that system, and it's interesting. So having reviews on a product, not even necessarily if they're good or bad, helps the product sell more than nothing. So a lot of brands don't even care, but as long as there's some reviews up. So Vany Cream is another one that people have discussed. Perhaps, maybe altering reviews. I don't know. The company that owns it is based in Rochester, Minnesota. So my instinct is Minnesotans are honest and trustworthy, right? The answer is not all of them. But anyway, so everything is an ad. Almost all online content is one big undisclosed ad, because nobody's really going after it. And if you notice, if you watch a lot of YouTube, there's a lot of people that will sponsor VPN advertisements, and I'll link to a video that discusses this in length. And a lot of these VPNs that the influencers are shilling are just one big spyware company that's really just watching you and selling your data. So you think you're using a VPN, virtual private network, so you're not being monitored, so things don't come back to your IP address. I don't know what we're doing with that, but some people like their privacy, so they use a VPN. When I travel, I use a VPN because I don't trust connecting to the hotel internet isn't going to have my account stolen somehow. So a lot of these VPNs, though, are really just in it to get your information. Then they can sell it to Google or Amazon or whatever. Amazon's another big fake ad thing. So actually, and then if you watch the VPN video, there ends up being one or two brands, VPNs that are trustworthy. Mulvad is one of those. So somebody else was discussing the Vany Cream post, and they said, I work in the beauty industry. When in doubt, it's an ad. Brands, DGAF, don't give a blank about certain disclosures anymore because it's no man's land out there when it comes to laws and fines. There's a ton of guerrilla and astroturfing marketing happening these days. Yeah, so then astroturfing is like, that's when you get like 5 different, or probably 500 different Reddit accounts, and oh yeah, I love Anua. And you know what? Sometimes I'll even see it on my videos. I try and take it down, but they'll say, did you hear blah, blah, blah said this is how to get rich? And then somebody else will respond, who is it? How? And then the next person will respond, I heard Dr. George has the answer. Go to this site. And then another one will post, oh my God, I've never heard of this, but it's great. And then somebody else will be like, I've been doing this for 3 weeks. I've made my entire life savings in 3 weeks. So everything's an ad. Don't take anything for granted. Everything's an ad except for me. I don't take free stuff. I won't take a free Chanel bag. I won't take a $10,000 payment. I like being broke. I like being humble, I guess I'll say. But anyway, just be safe out there. Everything is an ad, and you just don't know it. And sometimes when you go a little bit further, you'll find that it is an ad. Sometimes it's too sneaky and you can't figure it out. But just do your due diligence before you spend any sum of money. There's a lot of ways people are scamming out there, and this is one big one. There's a lot of other scams out there, like that text, hey, how's it going? You want to do dinner tomorrow? Oh, yeah, from somebody I've never heard of with the Columbus, Ohio area code. Sounds great. And then they'll cancel, and I'll be like, oh, my car broke down. Send me all of your money. And I will not send them any money. But anyway, it works better with a lot of people that can be very gullible. So you have to just assume everything's a scam or an ad. Anyway, those are my thoughts for today. Leave a comment with anything you noticed or thought or anything. So leave that below. Thanks so much, and I will see you guys more tomorrow. Okay, bye guys.